Do you want to design your own custom miniature? Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from, all within your browser. Working with materials like color plastic, acrylic standee, and bronze, and offering downloadable model files for users to 3D print their unique designs at home, Hero Forge is constantly expanding its catalog of customization options, adding new parts every week and major features like new species and custom posing on a regular basis. And as a listener of the Horror Queers podcast, you get a special deal. Use code HQ to get 5% off on all orders of physical miniatures. Visit HeroForge.com to start designing your custom miniature and dice today, and check back often. New content is added every week. And remember, use code HQ to get 5% off on all orders of physical miniatures. Not combinable with other sales or promotions. Hello everyone! The clip you're about to hear is from one of our exclusive Patreon episodes, and just like all of our other episodes, it might contain major spoilers. You've officially been warned. If you'd like to hear the episode in full, just head on over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/horrorqueers and subscribe today to get hundreds of hours of exclusive Patreon content, all for just $15 or less. That's patreon.com/horrorqueers. Without further ado, here is your Patreon clip. I did vibe with it, and I'm not entirely always sure what it means, but for me, sure. It's not even like I think the movie, like, the metaphor really, like, he really nails the metaphor of whatever the metaphor is, but I think it is, when it ended, like, I knew this was like an hour and 50-minute movie, and when it ended, right, I actually didn't think it was about to end. This movie actually flew by for me, and for a movie that's not that fast-paced either, I was just really pleasantly surprised with how much I was into it while I was watching it.
See, that's what I mean, though. I think you were then vibing with it as well, because, yeah, I just wanted to keep exploring the rooms. Like, I was really taken with the imagery. For me, my biggest criticism of this film is the attempt to impose a narrative on it. And I appreciate that, this is a major mainstream horror film. Like, we were always going to have to do something with character work and give people an arc, but like the backstory stuff is a little ho-hum, very familiar to me. I appreciate that we have some very famous stars in it to make it go down easier, but I kind of don't want a story here. I just want to be exploring weird rooms and getting lost and feeling tense and like, what is that? I don't know. Show me more stuff.
When you say the backstory, do you mean the stuff with the company Async?
That's okay-ish. I get the impression that we're going to get way more of that when we get the inevitable sequel to this, but no, I'm talking more about this, like, my mom was a hoarder, or my wife divorced me. I was like, okay, fine, whatever.
Well, and I think that's the thing, Tim. Yeah, the film does use these characters played by Chiwetel Ejiofor and Renata Reinsve. But at the same time, it also feels a little, I don't want to say slight, but it doesn't, like,
it's
that's
slight.
not what I walk
away.
Right. Yeah, that's not what I walk away remembering. Like, it's more like, okay, like, this is kind of how their psyches are linked to the Backrooms, and maybe it's a thing where it's like, oh, this is how the Backrooms figures out how to bring people into it. I don't know. We'll talk about it when we go through the YouTube stuff. But yeah, that's all not the most interesting part.
No, but I feel like, unfortunately, that's the part that makes this, quote unquote, a proper feature film, is that, yeah, we had to give these people something more. We couldn't just have random people exploring the Backrooms. But part of me thought, did it have to be these two boring ass people then?
Well, and it could have been like the opening scene, the cold open, which is basically a found footage short horror film stretched to, I'm going to say 80 to 85 minutes. And I guess, yeah, I am surprised. I mean, honestly, when I saw this runtime, I was like, oh, what are we going to do?
Yes, I mean, how are we going to drag this out? And I mean, I don't think that it's poorly constructed in, the amount of time it takes for characters to discover the back rooms and how we bring in new people and that kind of stuff. But there were a couple of times where I thought, oh, I almost would have preferred if we had have gone in this direction as opposed to this direction. But yeah, we'll unpack some of that as we go through the plot.